Hey folks, this is Kalani. Now we're back on 6.1, and I know I've shown you some of these daily quests before, but stick with me because this is one of the ones I've been waiting for. This is one of the ones which completely overhauls professions as they have been implemented thus far in Warlords of Draenor. Now the reason I say that is because if you've been keeping up with the items being data mined from 6.1 PTR, you'll note there's a recipe for each profession with the crafting material, which is bind on pickup. For example, for tailoring, this is hexweave cloth. You'll notice that there's a recipe which is basically hexweave cloth without the cooldown. Now, professions have been all about that cooldown, all about that time gate thus far, so to kind of throw out a recipe to completely remove that is interesting, but I'm going to show you how they've done it. And I'll be honest, it's kind of ridiculous, it's kind of bonkers, I have no idea why they do it like this. But meet Calvo Klein. He is our fur trader. Now, this fur trader came to my Death Knight proposing to give me tailoring recipes, and my Death Knight did not have tailoring. So I went and did everything that tailoring needs, got tailoring to 1 of 700, got the building, all that's nice and shiny. So we can make use of this pain in the butt. It's frustrating to say the least. Thankfully, the items that he sells are not bind on pickup, but that still doesn't mean they are any less frustrating, because you could go weeks and weeks without getting your profession NPC. And to implement it like that just seems ridiculous. But recipe, primal weaving. Fur from beasts native to Draenor, oh that's the sumptuous fur, teaches you how to weave hexweave cloth without rest. So primal spirit, sumptuous fur. Let's go ahead and purchase that. Note that you can use it at level 1 in tailoring, and then there's also powerful hexweave essence. So this is also where you're going to get the items to upgrade stuff to 680. So if you're unlucky, you may have to wait for your 680 items, although if we buy this, they don't say they're bound at all, so I guess these are going to be in the auction house for the first few days for quite a pretty penny if people get lucky. But then you also have the choice to trade 5 fur for a primal spirit. Now this works the exact same way for every single profession. This is how things are laid out. So you'll be able to trade primal spirits when this NPC is available for your profession material. For tailoring, that's going to be fur. For leatherworking, that's going to be leather, etc, etc. You'll also have your recipe to craft them without rest, and then your 680 upgrade item. Now the quest he offers is a one-time exchange of 50 fur for 25 primal spirits. Now I already have, see how many primal spirits do I have? Let's do that because, you know, that's a good deal. So, we'll go ahead and learn primal weaving. Learn it instantly, that's a first. So category not specified, that's fantastic, but 1 primal spirit and 10 sumptuous fur. I'm not entirely sure if this is fully operational yet. It creates sumptuous fur. So, I guess that's not entirely implemented. I mean, I'd wonder. I mean, that's sure as hell a good way to waste primal spirits and sumptuous fur, but the basic idea is that that would be a recipe for hexweave cloth. Now, this also means that I have no idea how much hexweave cloth that creates, because when you create hexweave cloth, you create 4, and then additional based on tailoring skill. At 700, you produce 10. So if this is going to be 1, that's potentially less powerful than what it initially was, but it gives you every resource available to continually make hexweave cloth. It may cost a little bit more, and I think that's why it's being implemented like this. If you want to rush these things, if you want to get all of your hexweave cloth now, you're going to have to pay for it, and you'll pay for it in sumptuous fur and primal spirits. If you don't have the primal spirits, you'll pay in even more sumptuous fur. So if this is just for 1, essentially if you buy the primals from your trader, you'll be spending 15 fur per 1 hexweave cloth, and I guess people will have to make the decision whether that's worth or not. But at the end of the day, to have those restrictions lifted is is kind of strange after we've had such a time-gated experience with Professions, but I'm sure that's going to be welcomed by everybody involved. So that's what's changing with Professions, and that's how you can get your hands on the items. If you don't have the NPCs in your garrison, in any of your alts garrisons, remember you can trade them. Maybe you'll find them on the auction house, although I expect them to be priced a little ridiculously at the start, but that should make way at the end. I'd hope so anyway. I hope people aren't completely retarded with it, but never mind. You never know what people will try and make a very quick penny off. If any of those goes up cheap, people might just buy them up and put them on for a ridiculous price. People like to do that. But that's it for this video. If you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll try to get back to you. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.